Hey everyone, and welcome back to Rimworld once again. So today we're going to talk about Dispenser, how it works. I will show you step by step what you need to do. And also I want to cover some pros and cons of that dispenser, why it's good and why it's bad. So let's get started. This right here, what you can see, is what we call a dispenser right there. I will show you in just a second how you need to set it up. I won't build a new one, but I will show you like literally step by step how to do it. And tell you also the priorities of the storage and everything so that it would actually work. Alright, so under architecture, you have what's called a production tab, as you can see here. In the production tab, you have something that is called a nutrient paste, as you can see now, which I have already built. So the way you need to build the nutrient paste is that it needs to be, so this side over here, as you can see, the white side is where the people take the food. This is where they get the food. And the back side of it, as you can see over here, is where the hoppers go. And the way you need to place the hoppers is that you need to put the hoppers like that. You see? If you put it the other way, it won't work because that's just not how it works. So that way. And let's go ahead and place one hopper over there. Right there. There you go. So that's pretty much the very basic of how it works. A nutrient-based dispenser needs electricity. So for this to work, you need to connect it to any type of power source. So for example, in this case, I have a couple of batteries and I have a solar panel and a wind turbine. I also happen to have a wood fire generator, but I live in mainly like it's close to a desert zone that I live in, so that's not very useful. But anyway, bottom line, you need to connect it to a energy source. So there you go. That's the very basic of how it works. Now, here are some extremely important things that you need to know. So the storage area that we're looking at over here is set to preferred, right? Now, if we look at the hopper is set to important. This is very important. By fact, this is very important because the hopper needs to be a higher priority than the storage that it is connected to. So you need to make sure that the storage is lower level priority than the hopper. In general, just the hopper needs to be a higher level priority than the storage. What type of food goes in the hopper? Any type of food. You can put meat on the hopper, vegetables on the hopper, just anything at all. So why is the hopper, let's talk about the pros and cons of, not the hopper, but the dispenser. Why is it so good? So it's really good because it requires very low amount of food and no cooking whatsoever. Meaning that you don't need to, nobody has to be cooking at all. So you don't have to waste your time and effort. Well, not waste, but you don't have to put your time and effort into cooking, and you can focus on other things like research, crafting, you know, planting, for example, which I'm doing over here. Yeah. So that's why it's really good. Now, what is so bad about it? So let's take a look at Kiwi, for example, at the needs tab of my pawn. So as you can see here, ate an awful meal, and it gives them -4 mood, which means, so what does that mean? I wouldn't recommend feeding dispenser bad food, which they hate so much. It's really good, but they still hate it. Little do they understand how much less work they need to do per day. But I wouldn't feed this to someone who's, for example, let's take a look at the traits real quick. Like, for example, this person over here. This person is greedy, right? He's greedy and gets -8 because of that. He doesn't have a separate room because I'm using something that is called a barracks. Also, I want to make a video in the future and talk about the barracks and why I'm such a big fan of it. So I'll definitely make a video to say why it's actually so good. But for now, that's quite possibly it for the dispenser. So I don't recommend it to use it. Just feed people with normal food or good food who have general issues, like this person over here. He's got greedy for impressive bedroom and serious pain, and the serious pain comes from sensory mechanites. Yeah, I got it. Sucks. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. But for people that are, let's say, in a relationship, like Jensen and Kiwi over here, they are always in a good mood because of, you know, got some loving, opinion of my fiance, and stuff like that. So those people, you can just feed that food and not worry about your food supplies as much. It really helps you build your early game quicker and more efficiently. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. We'll keep it very nice and short. I think I covered pretty much everything about Dispenser, and I have had a lot of people ask me about Dispenser, so I decided to make a video because it's not as straightforward. Also, it can get a little bit buggy sometimes. If there's like a 4 food, or it requires 5 materials on the hopper to work, but sometimes it happens that there's like 4 food left on one of your hoppers. So in that case, what you need to do is you need to turn this storage into higher priority than the hopper, and then you need to manually tell your people, hey, all the rice away from the hopper. That's it. It's that straightforward. Also, there's something that I need to do. Yeah, I think we're gonna say that the dispenser is covered. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope this is gonna help someone. And yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to check out my Twitch channel. That's where I stream live. So if you want to catch any and all, okay. Hi. Well, there goes. I was wondering, where does my food go? This food is meant for the dog. I have an animal. It's meant for this Yorkshire Terrier over here. But I have these elephants outside who keep eating it. Good to know. I now know where my food goes. Alright guys, thank you once more. Don't forget to check out the Twitch if you want to catch me live. And that's it for this video. Bye bye everyone. I'm gonna have to do something about these elephants. The lowest number in general, as you can see over here, means that it's like the very first task. So let's say there's a fire somewhere. Tasks go from left to right in that order. So firefighting, let's say, is number 1 here, which means if there's any fire anywhere, they will do that as soon as possible. But that fire has to be in your home zone. That's why I said at the start of the video that we're also going to be talking about zones. So let's say there's fire, and fire is their first priority. That fire has to be within the home zone for them to do that task. It's very so much. It's really that simple.